Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now today is Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time to go around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So on the docket for today, we have BILT Rewards checking in with a brand new travel portal to call their own. We have American Express actually updating their travel portal, maybe to respond to BILT. Of course, we have Amazon Prime adding a new feature with one of the food delivery services, and we have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card partnering with Marriott, adding some status, though it looks like it may be fleeting at best. So of course, we'll have some thoughts on that to close the show. So if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now we are going to lead off with BILT Rewards. BILT Rewards is now with Wells Fargo. We've got a full video on the card, so I'll link it down below for you if you are interested. But again, the Cliff Notes version is this card allows you to basically earn 1% back on your rent payments, which may not move the needle much, but again, it used to be 0%, so 1% not too bad considering where we came from. Now BILT Rewards, they also have transfer partners, pretty good ones actually, that you can do at a 1-to-1 ratio, which is not too bad considering this is a card that's not necessarily billed as a travel card. However, BILT Rewards is now adding a travel portal of their own, so let's take a look at this. And the first thing here that I noticed, the funny part is it looks like Expedia, found a rebound card of sorts or program of sorts, partnering with BILT Rewards, because if you remember, Chase used to use Expedia for their portal before they ditched them to bring their portal in-house. So that's who's powering this new BILT Rewards portal. Now, interestingly enough here, you can actually value points that you redeem through the BILT Rewards portal at 1.25 cents a point, and you're looking at 500 plus airlines, 700,000 properties. You got a ton of car rental companies there as well. And of course, you can get 2x on all purchases made through the portal on the BILT Rewards card. Now, overall, this might not be super interesting to you, right? Again, BILT Rewards is very interesting transfer partner. So I don't know anything here. It's a little bit of speculation. Again, upcoming, I think later this week on the 13th of July, we have the Wells Fargo autograph card coming out very soon, right? It's going to be basically the Propel replacement. They have the active cash earning 2%. Wells Fargo's been on this quest to, revamp their credit card lineup, right? So with this, I do think the BILT Rewards was a really good pickup for them. I'm wondering if this travel portal is really going to be exclusive to the BILT Rewards. I mean, right now it says it's the BILT Rewards travel portal, but it may make more sense to not treat BILT Rewards as like a co-branded card as much, even though it kind of is. And is there a potential here to say, hey, this is going to be another way to cash out, Wells Fargo points, right? Make it all one currency, call them whatever name they come up with, fun name like Ultimate Reward or Thank You Points, right? But right off the bat, if you have a no annual fee card giving you 1.25 cents, just like the Sapphire Preferred did, but the Sapphire Preferred is a $95 annual fee. You bring in the autograph, you have the active cash. This could potentially be the making of a new system, so I really don't know how they're going to treat BILT Rewards going forward. So that's kind of my speculation on that, why I think it's an interesting story. Because if you remember, Wells Fargo was most notable for the free trifecta, right? It wasn't the best trifecta, but it was free, so people liked that. This could be a way back for them. So we'll definitely have to keep our eye on that. Again, just speculation at this point on my end. So while we're talking about travel portals, not to be left out of the news here, American Express has actually been under the hood making some minor tweaks to their travel portal, or transfer partner list, I should say, to make it easier for you to transfer points out. So let's take a look at this here. Now, overall, the main difference here, I'm borrowing these screenshots from the points guy, but, they basically changed the user interface, so now it's a table, everything's all in one spot. You can also see, the points transfer ratios right there. So really the thing what they fixed is, they've reorganized it to the table format. All partners are together, they're not broken up. It should be easier to use and go between your options, and there's also sorting and filtering options there as well. Now, overall, I do think that's a pretty nice change. Again, I didn't personally love the user interface. I mean, it was doable, right? It wasn't the worst thing ever, but I do think this is a little bit better. It's a nice refresh overall. Anytime you add filters, it's pretty good. Now, really, the thing they need to do is get rid of that transfer tax on transferring points to airlines. That would probably be most helpful, in my opinion, but overall, it's a nice little refresh. They also could probably, bring back some more of the transfer deals that they used to have. I've heard from a lot of you guys, they don't really have as many transfer bonuses as they used to in the past, which is interesting because, again, I think a lot of these card companies are sitting on a lot of points, but overall, minor update for them, but, I do like it when companies kind of, focus on their product and make it easier for user interface-wise, things like that. Now we're going to take a look at Amazon, because Amazon's been in the news as of late. They've actually been on a tear. So if you're unfamiliar, we talked about the Amazon Prime card. Right now they have a sign-up bonus of $200 for Amazon Prime members. That's running through most of July in honor of Prime Day. So this story could be relevant to a lot of folks out there. So Amazon Prime, it's, the membership where you get like all the 2-day shipping, you get Amazon Prime Video, things like that. Well, they're adding something to it by partnering with Grub Hub, which is another food delivery service. So let's take a look at this story now. So basically, they're going to give you could get Grub Hub Plus free for 1 year. Now, overall, what you're talking about is the 1-year membership, $0 delivery fee. That's kind of the perk here. They're valuing it $9.99 a month. And there are special member perks and rewards. So I don't really know what those are. If you use this service, maybe you can drop that down below for us. Now, they did put some stats in the press release that I found interesting. And really what they're saying is, hey, 53% of adults or 64% of millennials say purchasing food delivery is essential to them, but only 38% of Americans report using a third-party company. So that would be like, a Grub Hub or a DoorDash or an Uber Eats or something like that, right? So I think that is pretty interesting. It's kind of their stats, and I guess what they're trying to say is, hey, look, these companies may struggle getting into consumers' pockets or homes directly, right? So it might be easier to go through an Amazon or go through a Chase or go through an American Express, right? And it kind of, in my opinion, I could be reaching here, but it speaks to, I always feel lazy if you do food delivery. I know some places it just makes sense, but it's kind of just me, right? It seems like when you factor in the extra they charged onto it, I'm like, well, I could have just done that myself. Plus, when you consider that a lot of other restaurants are simply starting to do this themselves. Of course, pizza's always been able to be delivered to your house. But other restaurants are starting to, come out with their own apps and things like that, making it easier for you to order, and they'll bring it out to you, trying to split the difference. So, again, you can't complain because the Amazon Prime, they did increase the fee a while back, so at least they're adding something to it. And, you could sign up for this, and I believe, can't you use Grub Hub on the Amex Platinum food delivery credit? So that could potentially help as well to get the cost down a little bit there. So, just something in case you're jumping on the Amazon Prime card, nice to see them at least trying to add value. But overall, I do think this kind of speaks to some of the issues that the food delivery services might be having, and we might end up seeing more partnerships like this. Again, Chase has DoorDash, Uber has Amex, so it looks like Grubhub is going on Amazon, which is kind of a roundabout way to get to Chase, I guess, at least in the credit card space. So with that, let's now talk about Chase and the House of Diamond themselves, specifically the Sapphire Reserve. Now, the Sapphire Reserve, it's one of those love-hate cards, and a lot of us, including myself, have never really forgiven it since it increased the annual fee to $550, and then we're going on like 3 years now. It's a travel card, but it's stuck in the middle. It's not powerful enough to go up and attack the Platinum card, but it's still trying to defend against the Venture X card coming, from the bottom, right? So it's in a weird spot. So Chase and Marriott have kind of taken a step to kind of sort of temporarily bridge the gap. And what they're doing here is that if you have a Sapphire Reserve, you can actually sign up and get 3 free months of Marriott Gold status, just for having the card, right? So we take a look at this here. Really what you need to do is register between July 1st and September 30th of this year. You go through your Chase account in the benefits section. I don't have a Sapphire Reserve. If I did, I would show you the actual shots. Maybe I can find some online, but it should be pretty easy. So you will receive Marriott Gold status for 3 months. Now, if you stay 3 paid nights, so that means you do not use points and you book directly with Marriott during that 3-month period, status will be extended through February of 2024. So again, Marriott Gold is okay. The biggest thing that people like here is the 2 p.m. late checkout. I'll leave the benefits on screen. And again, a lot of this stuff is pretty standard stuff, but you do get a 25% points boost on stays. And this could be interesting because, again, we talked about last week the big bonus that they had on the Marriott, the $95 annual fee Marriott Chase card, right? They're basically giving you 5 award nights certificates up to 50,000 points each. It's like 250,000 points total if you use them at the max. And of course, they are letting you top them off with other points, which is a nice change too. So the timing could be pretty good because, again, those cards don't give you gold. They give you like enough to get silver. So, if you're in the Chase ecosystem and you just picked up that card and you have the Sapphire Reserve, this could be good. Now, overall, my hope is that Chase and Marriott are testing this to see how it's received, right? 3 paid stays, again, not too bad to get it extended to 2024. Marriott Gold, not too bad. Really, in my opinion, the Sapphire Reserve needs to add Marriott Gold permanently, or I mean, it would be amazing if they could punch up a level and add, was it Platinum or Titanium is the next level? That would be nice. And they also need to talk to Hyatt and add some kind of Hyatt status as well. You know, there might be some overlap because the Hyatt card themselves gives Hyatt status, but you know, adding those two statuses and then probably adding United Lounge access, because again, the JP Morgan Reserve has United Club access as well for like $9 or like $60 more, something like that, and it's supposed to be their premium card. So I say a lot to say, this is a nice touch. I hope that they're testing it out, but they need to add this as a permanent feature along with Hyatt, hopefully, and United, because at that point, then, this is now becoming less about the Marriott story and more about the Sapphire Reserve. But at that point, then, for $550, I think you're back to making the argument that this card can take on the Platinum, because you don't have to deal with nearly as many credits and things to do. Again, we love the Sapphire Reserves. That $300 travel credit is so easy to use. You can trigger it accidentally at a parking garage or something and not even know it. And then, you know, it helps justify the gap more between the Venture X and the Sapphire Reserve. Right now, on a 1-to-1 card without the trifecta surrounding it, I tend to push people towards the Venture X if they don't have any other chase cards and no intentions of getting a ton of other chase cards, right? So this would help. Again, we're going to keep our eye on it. I hope they're just doing a test run to see how it's received. See if it helps with, you know, Sapphire retentions or maybe upgrades or something like that. So, of course, we'll keep an eye on it. But anyways, guys, that's been it for the news. So if you like it, drop me a thumbs up down below. Of course, if you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. Posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Of course, my question for you guys is let me know what you think, especially on the BILT Rewards Wells Fargo deal. Am I crazy? Is it a potential strategy they should consider? And, of course, on the Sapphire Marriott deal as well. Are you going to sign up? Are you going to do the paid stay to, you know, get it to extend to 2024? And of course, what else have you seen going on in the news as of late? Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you on Monday.